There are a ton of things hidden around the Commonwealth in Fallout 4, but in this video, I will be showing you 15 hidden weapons that you don't want to miss. These weapons won't really require much effort to get them. You will just need to head over to their spawn locations and pick them up. So the first weapon will come from the Vital Pump House. This will be an unmarked location to the southeast of Sagus Ironworks. When you get here, you will need to interact with these buttons to unlock the door to your right. The only way to do this is to push these buttons until the correct code is displayed above the buttons. That code will be 10451. Then you can enter the door, and in the room behind the door you will find the legendary Gainer revolver on the floor. This weapon will come with a base damage of 48, and the perk on it will set targets on fire, dealing an additional 15 damage over time. The next weapon will come from the Dunwich Borers area. When you get here, clear out all of the raiders, then make your way to the underground tunnels. In these tunnels you will encounter a bunch of ghouls, but if you fight past them and get to the end of the tunnel, you will find a hole in the ground that you can jump into and swim down to find CRs Tooth. This is an extremely powerful melee weapon, and the perk on it will apply both a bleed and poison effect to your target. To get the next weapon, you will need to head over to the Libertalia area. When you get here, make your way to the top of this building. And here you will find the captain's cabin. And on this box you will find the legendary Lefusel Terrible Shotgun. This will be a very strong shotgun that will have a base damage of 62, and the perk on this weapon will increase the limb damage done by this weapon by 25%, but it will also greatly increase its recoil. The next weapon will be found at Hubris Comics. When you get here, clear out the ghouls in the first room, then you can look for the display case that will be behind the counter. And in this locked display case you will find the legendary Grog Knack's axe. This is a great early to mid game melee weapon due to the perk on it, which will make hits done with this weapon stagger your target, and also apply a bleed effect to that target. To get the next weapon on this list, you will need to reach level 20, which shouldn't take too long. But once you reach level 20, you can head over to the Oberlin station, then make your way east. And here you will find this crashed UFO. On the ground around the UFO, you will find green blood that you can follow to this cave. And in this cave you will find an alien that you can kill to get the alien blaster pistol and some ammo for it. This is not a legendary weapon, but it is a very powerful unique weapon that you can modify to make it even stronger. To get the next weapon you will need to head over to the Jamaica Plains area. Then make your way to the basement of the City Hall building. In the basement you will need to get past some hacking and lockpicking, but you will end up in this office, and here you will find the legendary 2076 World Series baseball bat. The perk on this weapon will give you a small chance to send your targets flying through the air every time you hit them. The next weapon will come from the nearby University Credit Union building. When you get here, enter the building from the back door, then make your way to the vault. In the vault, you will need to pick the lock to this safe to reveal a hidden button. Pressing that button will open up a secret door that will bring you into a lab, and on the table in the lab you will find the legendary Limitless Potential. The perk on the Limitless Potential will make it so you will never need to reload this weapon. Instead, you can keep firing it until you run out of reserve ammo. The next weapon on the list can be found back at Vault 111. When you get here, make your way to the Overseer's office, and here you will find a display case with the Cryolator inside of it. The Cryolator isn't a legendary weapon, but it does perform like one, and it has a unique effect that will freeze and slow enemies while damaging them. To get the next weapon, you will need to go to Walden Pond and look for this drain pipe. If you enter that drain pipe, you will find a raider hideout. Clear out all of the raiders, then make your way to this storage room. And here you will find the legendary Big Jim. This is a really good early game melee weapon due to it being so close to Vault 111, and it will have a great perk on it which will give you a 20% chance to cripple your target's leg every time you hit them. The 10th hidden weapon on this list can be found at the ArcJet Systems location. About halfway through this area, you will find a control room with the junk jet weapon inside of it. This unique weapon will use your junk items as ammo, giving you a ranged weapon to use if you ever run out of ammo. It can also be modified to apply an electrical or fire damage effect to your target. The next weapon can be found at the Big John Salvage location. When you get here, you will need to clear out the mutants, then make your way to this blue train car. There will be a black wire coming out of this train car that you will need to follow to find a switch. Flip that switch, then you can return to the blue train car to enter the trapdoor inside of the train car. This will take you to an underground bunker, and here you will find a railway rifle. This is a pretty good weapon, and the only other way to get this weapon is from joining the Railroad faction, or finding one on the bodies of Railroad agents. But they can be kind of hard to come by. But this is a guaranteed way to get a railway rifle. To get the next weapon on the list, head over to the Echo Lake Lumber location in Far Harbor. When you get here, look for this ruined building, then make your way to the top floor. Here you will find a red chest with the legendary Harvester weapon inside of it. This is a very overpowered weapon because of the perk on it, which will give you a chance to stagger your target every time you hit them. And because this weapon has a very fast attack speed, you will hit them many times in a short amount of time, giving you a chance to stun lock your enemies and take them out very easily. The next weapon will come from the nearby Beaver Creek Lanes location. When you get here, clear out all of the ghouls, then make your way to the office on the top floor. And here you will find the legendary Striker Fat Man. Now this weapon can be kind of tricky to use, but it can do some good damage if you land a hit with it, and the perk on it will give you a 50% chance to cripple your target's leg. The next weapon comes from the Vim Pop Factory in Far Harbor. When you get here, make your way to the room with the 2 large vats, then use the elevator at the back of the room to get to the secret lab. When you get here, you will find a locked door, and the only ways to open this door is to pass a difficult speech check, or you could just bring Nick Valentine with you and he will open the door for you. But in the room behind the door, you will find the legendary December's Child rifle. This is a great rifle, and it will come with a base damage of 33, and it will also have a perk on it which will make the weapon lighter and use 5.56 ammo, and it will increase the weapon's rate of fire by 25% and make reloading 15% faster. And to get the final weapon on this list, start the When Pigs Fly side quest. This will take you to the Monsignor Plaza. And on the counter of the gun shop in this area, you will find the legendary Rapid Pipe Grenade Launcher rifle. This grenade launcher can do a lot of damage, and the perk on it will increase its rate of fire by 25% and make it reload 15% faster. And those are 15 hidden weapons that you don't want to miss in Fallout 4, but I would love to know which of these you like using the most. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.